A young squadron, being established in 2008, the 721st's first step into the world was via a KC-135 aeromedical evacuation mission, which diverted back to Ramstein. A year later, in April of 2009, the squadron was announced the winner of Large Air Terminal Unit of the Year of 2008. Then, on the 12th of May that same year, the squadron had 2,518 passengers processed, a record-setting number. In 2013, the APS was announced winner of National Defense Transportation Association Unit of the Year 2012. But that's just to name a few of the 721st's missions over the years. The control point of the 721st Area Port Squadron is the Air Terminal Operations Center, or ATOC. ATOC oversees the port's daily operations on both the digital and physical aspects. Being in control of such a large port with a non-stop mission, this allows the 721st ATOC to push innovations at a MAGCOM level. One example of this is setting the standards with a fully digital aircraft package system, which allows ATOC to seamlessly and instantly process updated information from other sections within the port. This innovative way to digitally communicate and coordinate internally allows for the mission to be pushed forward on the flight line. Whether arriving or departing, ATOC meets every aircraft in the form of RAMCO in order to verify information received and to problem solve any issues on the fly. Load planning will check the available space on the specific mission via walksheet, as well as what pallets they have and their priority. Once load planning has selected the pallets, they will walk the pallets to ensure that they were built properly and that the weights and pallet IDs match. From there, load planning will sequence the load on the aircraft to ensure the plane's center of balance is correct. Once the sequence is complete, load planning will pass copies of everything to the sections that require it, such as ramp, special, as well as back to ATOC. Before load planning can sequence those pallets, cargo processing and special handling must first actually build them. Responsible for securely managing cargo, cargo processing and special handling ensure that everything cargo related is transported safely and within a timely manner. From food, medical supplies, palletized ground vehicles, and even ammunition, these professionals are responsible for coordinating the valuable supplies Ramstein ships around the world. From cargo processing and special handling, the pallets go onto loaders and forklifts managed by Ramp Services, a hands-on section of Ramstein Port responsible for safely transporting the cargo pallets to and from the aircraft. In hot or cold, Ramp Services is ultimately the last section that touches the cargo if they're uploading it, and the first to touch it if they're downloading it. Almost the entirety of their work in regards to cargo is done on the flight line, whether they're large or small. It's the team chief's responsibility of ensuring all proper cargo goes to and comes off of all proper planes. In addition to cargo, the 721st is also responsible for processing, transporting, and loading passengers onto aircraft. This section is commonly referred to as PAX. This link in the rapid mobility chain starts in the Ramstein passenger terminal. Here, passenger service specialists process passengers and their baggage onto military cargo aircraft or commercially contracted passenger aircraft. One of the main missions the 721st supports is the Patriot Express, which transports service members who are deploying downrange or PCSing into the area. This constant flow of passengers makes the 721st one of the busiest PAX terminals in AMC and also one of the most popular destinations for space-available travel. Another hands-on portion of Ramstein air transportation is fleet services. These men and women are responsible for cleaning out the plane's in-flight waste, as well as stocking the plane with food and water for passengers and crew. The flights to and from Ramstein span various times, whether to the Middle East, back to the United States, or even elsewhere in Europe. That said, it's important for the crew and passengers to have the proper food, supplies, and lavatories to make their flights as comfortable and convenient as possible. Without fleet services, the planes themselves could very quickly become unsanitary and unsafe. The 721st motto of Aut viam inveniam aut faciem, or I will either find a way or make one, wouldn't be so without each mission fulfilled by the port's respective sections. At its most basic, this is the squadron within the Air Force that gives the U.S. Department of Defense the ability to move air passengers and cargo not only around Europe, but Africa as well. Moving a total of 83,591 passengers and 44,786 tons of cargo on average, Ramstein air transportation personnel help ensure that all USAFE and AF Africa Air Force bases have the supplies and equipment they need to continue doing the important job of making the world a better place.